connect to your inner power.
This is your host Neetu Rishi at the Passionpreneur Show. Many of you know me as an author, an entrepreneur, a pageant coach, a model, influencer. But you know, one word that describes me best is the passionpreneur, because I converted my passions into thriving business, and not just one, two of them. And my babies are the success store, where I work with students. I help them find their strength and passion and be college ready, whether it's becoming an author or an entrepreneur. Similarly, I have the second baby, which is by the name Fly Showcase, which is First Love Yourself. Yes, it's Fly, First Love Yourself, where I build that self-confidence in the women who are aspiring models, or you just want to shine on the stage, or it was just your bucket list. You know where to find me. And in this series, we bring passionate people from all over the world who have not just holded their passions, but they have created impact. They have created a full thriving business from that. And I am going to introduce our guest for today. But before that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because you are in for a treat. Let's welcome our guest for today, none other than Mayra Hawkins. Hi, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me. This is an honor.
No, thank you so much for being here. So Mayra is a certified life coach with the brand name The Leap to Transformation. I love the name. You take that faith of leap and you just transform. So she doesn't just motivate you or inspire you, she will take you to that level where you can see that transformation. And she is all the way from Arizona. So welcome to our show, and we are super excited to dive deep into your journey. I love this beautiful quote that she says. We'll start with that. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Yes, when the students are ready, there's our teacher. Let's get maximum from her. All right, it has been a pleasure since yesterday. I've been talking to you, listening to your story, but we want to really know how it started, why it started, what was the reason when you decided that I want to do this?
So my journey began with when I was after my fourth divorce, and I was asking God to help me, to lead me to the right, to give me the answers. So I was really in a space of receiving and asking, for the right path. And so one day I was at my spiritual center, and my teacher appeared. I had a woman on stage talking about inviting the audience to go to a retreat in Sedona, Arizona.
Okay.
And I know that's a magical place, very spiritual. And I immediately said yes. I stepped into her retreat, and that's where my transformation took place. It was an amazing experience. It was very healing for me. It was as if, I got the clarity, I got all the information that I have been looking for, searching for, and from that moment forward, I said, I want to create this experience for other women that are experiencing divorce, that are feeling lost, that are looking for the right answer, looking how do I move forward after this. So that gave me the opportunity to step into this journey.
Oh, very nice. See, that's the strength that you have. Sometimes we just have the fog in front of us and we do not know. But once we have the clarity, we become better and better. And sometimes we just think that, okay, I've become better and that's what matters to me. But you thought beyond. So what was the day, what was the turning point when you decided, no, I want to help this? Did you see someone suffering, or it was only you realized with your own suffering that people, are shattered, and especially women, we are very soft inside, and such circumstances starts building that self-doubt also in us. It's not just shattered, but we start doubting ourselves.
Absolutely. After a divorce, it's a very traumatic experience, and you're not sure who do you need to, if you need a therapist, you're not sure if you need to jump into a new relationship, you're not sure if you need a coach. There's so many different directions that we can go after divorce. For me, what did it again was, finding that coach that brought me into alignment with myself, and it showed me that it was just, this was creating.
Till you got a calling.
I feel that, she cracked me open, if you will, and she showed me this is your path. You went to school, you had to go through those lessons,
right?
So that you can now teach other women the right way and lead other women.
This is so beautiful and blissful. Sometimes we all get that calling. In fact, recently I was invited by Howard as a speaker, and it was a Mother's Day, so they did a Motherhood Leadership Summit. And the story I shared, the title of my story was The Hidden CEO in a Mother, where I shared that I became the CEO because of my daughter. Because I found that she was facing challenges, and after solving her problem, she being an introvert, scared of getting bullied when you start with high school, after solving her problem, I found that there are so many students out there who might need my help, right? So I left my corporate career and jumped into this. So the world is so beautiful, but we need to get those signals that yes, this is my calling, this is my purpose.
Yeah.
So beautifully done. And since how long you have been into this business?
So I got my coaching certification in 2011. And then, I remember leaving my retreat, and, as soon as I got home, that I was in such a high vibration, and I knew the name of my business, what the name of my business was going to be, what my purpose.
Got everything planned out.
Yeah. I was very clear on my purpose, and I just started doing mini retreats, and then, today I'm blessed.
So you started organizing retreats.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it's been years now. It's 2025. Wow, she's a seasoned entrepreneur. Now she knows and following your purpose. But people see that, oh wow, she's a millionaire and she's making money and she's impacting so many lives, and those numbers, that excites people, but no one knows the hurdles, the hustle, the struggles, the challenges, because there's nothing called as overnight success. So we want to know, what were little ups and downs that you faced? Was there a moment where you thought, I want to quit, I cannot do this? Or did you ever thought that was not a good choice? And how did you come out of that?
Yeah, and it's so important because as coaches, everyone feels that we have it all together, but there are moments where you just, you want to give up. After I became a life coach, my daughter experienced a divorce as well. And I think looking at divorce through her experience created another set of, a new opportunity or a new lens for me to look at divorce in a different way. And of course, that was a huge setback in my coaching, because I was holding space for her only, and I just wanted to hold space for her during her journey through divorce.
Of course.
And so I pressed the pause button during that time.
Okay.
It has been 5 years, and she's still, taking baby steps to find herself again, to put herself back together. It's almost like a glass ball that shatters, and then you have to find every little piece, put it back together, and then move forward.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful. See, we all have priorities. Yesterday I was listening to Tiffany Moon, and she mentioned this one thing which really stayed in my heart was, sometimes in our entrepreneurial journey, we are so busy going from point A to point B and to C and the next goal, and we forget to smell those roses. But look at you. I mean, even though it was your business, it was your calling, but you gave priority that I need to be with my daughter, not just as a coach, but her mom. Sometimes we just need that support system.
Yeah.
And then things can wait, and then you're back again. Right?
Yeah.
So beautiful, very nice. And I'm sure you have impacted so many lives. Tell us any moment or your aha moment where you felt like, I'm worth it. Sometimes, I wake up in the morning when I work with kids. I know once a parent called me and her child was a little autistic, and they have been struggling since few years. Now the autism has gone, but still, the kids have that in them. And I just gave a little platform and I said, you have the courage, and I made him present his, presentation at our youth summit. The mom called and she said, it's been 7 years, no coach, no therapist could give him that confidence. What your platform? And I said, I did nothing. I just said, I believe in you. No one will judge you. Go and present. And he always used to felt that, I'm ugly. Someone told him I'm ugly. But that day he brought his face in front of everyone and he felt proud of himself. And today he's having a good job. So you never know. So what was that moment for you when you felt like, yes, doing the right thing?
Yes, because I think really when you go through something like that, a divorce is so traumatic that you need to have someone that can see you, that can understand what you're going through, and kind of make sense of this chaos in front of you. When you are going through a divorce, I still had to get up. I was in banking for 38 years.
Wow, 38 years.
Yeah, and through all those
so you are good at numbers.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship and numbers.
Yeah.
Go hand in hand.
Yeah,
Good
and
for you.
And I had to get up and step over the stuff and go and show up and smile and be put together, at a bank, and and then I go home and then I crash, and so having someone in your corner that can hold space for you while you're falling apart is very important. And I know that I can create that space for women, and I and it's all it's love. Is not there's no judgment.
Right.
And that's very important because someone like me that has been through multiple divorces,
You've been in that shoes of those people,
Yeah.
so you can feel it better, you know it better.
Yeah, and I just basically created, out of my mess, I created my message, and that's where I feel that I have created something so beautiful.
Right.
And the butterfly is my symbol of transformation.
That's her card.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, I truly have transformed my life. I have the privilege to transform other women while they're experiencing, their transformation. So
we do have one thing in common, as this has butterfly, and my brand is Fly, First Love Yourself. But in the logo of Fly, we have a face of a girl, and then there's a butterfly behind.
Oh yes.
It's just fly high. Don't worry about all the limitations that holds you, right? Sometimes we have to come out, but we always need that catalyst, that person who can hold our hand and bring, that cocoon out. No, the caterpillar in the cocoon becomes a butterfly, so you have to pull it out. So you are that person who's making people blossom like a butterfly. So beautiful. Tell us, so you provide one-on-one, or you do only retreats, and you do it all over places. Tell us more about your programs.
So right now I'm doing retreats for the most part, mini retreats. They're very intimate. A lot of my women prefer that setting because we share so many things in confidential information among ourselves, and it's very important. A lot of women prefer to do the one-on-one, and other women, are okay with doing a small, intimate retreat. And so far, I facilitate my retreats in Sedona, Arizona, magical space, and as I grow, I might create a group, I work with divorce attorneys, mediators, and and they help me, find my clients,
Right.
talking to other women that have been divorced. So little by little,
Step by step, you
Yeah.
are building that empire and a beautiful community where they can find
community,
a
yeah.
safe space and still feel empowered, and then they are on their
Absolutely.
mission of getting transformed.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
beautiful.
and I provide support for them after the retreat, after so I stay with them until they are ready to fly again.
Awesome. And then I'm sure they would come to you and ask for guidance. Should we start a new relationship, or getting into this? So it is so beautiful to
Yeah.
have someone be like a supporter, a full supporting heart.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anything else that you want to share with our audience before we come to the last part of the episode?
So what has kept me, what has always been my anchor is, of course, God, the divine.
And then you believe in spirituality, right?
And,
Do you think
and I
universe?
think that's what grounds you is having, your faith always grounds you. Whatever it is that, whatever you call the higher power and divine, feminine that you have.
I know. In our culture, we believe in God, and so
Yeah.
I know my parents used to say, ask from God and believe in God, the way Jesus is, and
Yeah.
then in corporate world, the name universe, you ask from universe. So I think
Absolutely.
there is a supreme power above all of us.
No doubt.
But if you stay grounded, if you follow your calling, I think we all can do amazing things.
Yeah.
So that's a message for our audience. If you have been holding back something in your heart because of XYZ reasons, the circumstances or the situations. See, we cannot control those circumstances or situations, but what we can control is how we react to it or what we do after that, right?
Absolutely.
So that is so beautifully said by her. Coming to the last part, which is my favorite, is so we do a Wednesday voice on my social media where every Wednesday I post a little 1 minute of a personal growth formula which can help people. Sometimes there's a lot of information for us to process and apply, but those are, I call magical formulas, because it just helps you apply there and then, you remember, execute it. So what is one magic formula that you would like to share with our audience if they're going through any such situation like divorce or feeling alone, and they can jump into being transformed?
I would think my message is connect to your inner power, release fear, and trust.
Right. Connecting to yourself. I always say self-talk is the best thing. If you're scared of doing something, just go to the restroom, look into the mirror, talk to yourself.
Yeah.
I know when I got married, I used to do a lot of self-talk, and then my husband used to, what is she doing? Who is she talking to? I said, it's okay. It might sound weird, but self-talk, I think, is the best. And that's what happens when you listen to your inner calling and find it. Awesome, so beautiful. Where can people find you?
So the link to transformation.com is my website. Should I give my phone number?
I will be adding the details in the
Okay.
description.
So, yeah.
We'll add all her details so that you can easily find her on any social media.
Yeah, the link to transformation.com is my website.
Awesome, very beautiful. And that's the butterfly. Last message for you, just keep flying. And with that, we'll come to the end of the episode, but hope you subscribe to the channel so that you can meet our next guests as well. With that, we'll take your leave. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.